Hey everybody, a little impromptu video this morning, no editing, just going to get straight to the point. So last night it came out through Gun Owners of America that a letter was leaked, internal document from ATF, showing that they are sending Rare Breed and wide open throttle, or wide open triggers, excuse me, cease and desist letters, and as well as providing instructions for field agents to confiscate these items from people that currently possess them. So there's a lot of talk about what's going to happen with that, what's actually going on with it. Is ATF really doing this? We're going to know the answer to these questions very soon. On the flip side of things, there's also I've noticed, just like in previous situations where things like this have come up with bump stocks. A large portion of the gun community uh, comes out and says, "Well, this isn't the hill to die on. Um, you were an idiot for buying this trigger in the first place. Why should I care? Just give it up." And to be perfectly honest, that's the reason why we are in the position that we are now. Whether or not you think a forced reset trigger is a good idea, whether you think it's a gimmick or just a toy, it doesn't really matter on that. The reality of the situation is that at first it doesn't meet the ATF's definition of a machine gun, and second, machine guns shouldn't be illegal for new manufacture for civilian sale anyway. But that's a whole nother topic of debate on that portion. So, what should we do? Well, instead of being divided and doing the finger pointing that always seems to happen every time ATF announces something of, well, that was stupid. You're stupid for buying one. I'm not going to support you because I knew you were an idiot and you shouldn't have bought this in the first place. We should be rallying behind these people that do own them and these companies that do manufacture these because there's simply nothing illegal about them. ATF has thus far failed to prove in court that these are indeed machine guns or meet the definition of a machine gun. And as of right now, it looks like they're just arbitrarily making the decision on their own. And they are going to start confiscating these triggers from individuals who have purchased them, that they're at least a record of the purchase to where they can track these individuals down. So I strongly urge the firearm community to get behind these people, get behind these companies, whether you like the product or not. I don't care anything about these triggers personally. I don't want one. I think it'd be a cool toy, um, and that's about it for me. But I think that if you want to have one, you should perfectly be able to go out, buy one, and get one. And if we don't start coming together as a community, then the ATF is just going to continue, and our politicians for that matter, they're just going to continue to steamroll us. And as long as we are divided, they will be able to do pretty much whatever they want. And we all know that they are getting progressively more aggressive. So stand behind these people, make an effort, talk to your local politicians, talk to your senators, tell them that you think this is a vast overreach of ATF and they need to put a stop to it. Um, and just for once, come together as a community. We're all in this together. We all care about firearms. We all care about being able to buy the weapons that we want, to be able to shoot the guns that we want, um, and do what we want without the government telling us what to do and how to do it. And ultimately, that's what it's about. And now, if you are an owner of one of these triggers and you're thinking to yourself, well, I bought this from Rare Breed's website, ATF knows I have it, are they coming to visit me? They probably are. And I'm not an attorney, so the best advice I can give you is go get an attorney today. Go ahead and get in touch with an attorney. Ask what you should do, what you should say, and if you can't get a hold of an attorney right away to find the answers to these questions, the best thing you can do is probably say nothing. Because that way they can't use anything against you. Because the ATF can and will use anything that you say against you. So make sure you lawyer up and get ready for whatever's coming down the pipe. So nothing good on that front at all. Even though this shouldn't be happening in the first place, we need to bring everything together and tell ATF and tell our senators and our congressmen and our so-called representatives in government that things like this can't be happening. Uh, no government agency should be able to unilaterally make a decision through bureaucracy about what kind of trigger you can own. And furthermore, this is a slippery slope. We warned the people back when the whole bump stock thing happened that this would not be the end. If you don't stand up for bump stocks, they're going to take more. They have always taken more. If we continue to give them anything, they will reach for more. There is no satisfying the bureaucracies in disarming you. We gave them the NFA. We gave them the Gun Control Act. We gave them Hughes Amendment. We gave them the assault weapons ban from the Clinton era that did nothing. We gave them bump stocks. And a lot of people said, well, maybe now they'll leave us alone. They're never going to leave you alone. They're never going to do it. They will continue to take from you every step, every inch, and every last thing that they can. So they started with bump stocks. Then they started coming for triggers. First on the list, easy bait. Easy bait is the forced reset triggers. Next, you can guarantee that if they get away with this one, if you got a binary trigger, they're coming for that too. They've already talked about lightweight triggers. We had a big to do about this a while back. How lightweight triggers are trigger enhancement devices that lighten the pull of a trigger to enhance the rate of fire. So, all you POF guys and Timney guys and Geisley trigger guys, I love Geisley triggers too. I love a lightweight trigger. I want everything that I have to have a lightweight trigger in it. You're next. So if FRT triggers and WOT triggers mean nothing to you, just know that your heads are on the chopping block too. They're just working down the line to get to you. And we need to make a stand to support these guys so that the axe doesn't come for the rest of us, because it's going to. And there's nothing that's going to stop it unless we stop it. And the only way we're going to stop it is if we come together as a community and say enough is enough. And furthermore, we should drive it further. We should push back again on the Hearing Protection Act to remove suppressors from the NFA. We should be pushing back on the Hughes Amendment. Enough is enough. The government has taken enough from us, and it's time to push back against it. So make sure you contact your congressman, contact your senator, write letters, scream it from the rooftops, whatever you have to do. Support these people like Rare Breed and Wide Open Triggers. Support the people that own them so that they don't come for you. Because they will. And when they come for you, you'll be sitting there saying, there's no one left to speak for me. After you've let everybody else get their heads lopped off. So, this is important. Take action. Stand against this. Do not let bureaucrats get away with disarming you from anything. Your Second Amendment right says that you have the right to own any firearm that you wish. And I firmly believe that. As an 07, 02, we manufacture machine guns. We manufacture suppressors. Do I agree with the laws? Absolutely not. Do I have to obey them? Sure. Do I want to obey them? Absolutely not. I think that I should be able to build a machine gun for anybody that wants one in this country. Anybody should be able to buy one. Made after 1986, a new production machine gun. You should be able to buy one. Hands down. Period. You shouldn't have to wait 3, 6, 9, 12 months to get a suppressor. You should be able to walk into a store and get one. And if we don't stand up now, pretty soon you're going to have to get a $200 tax stamp for your Geisley trigger or your Timney or anything else. Or maybe even worse, they might just take it away from you, period. And then what's after that? Magazines? We see what California's done. They've continuously kept standard capacity magazines out of the state of California. They've continuously managed to win in court and keep the unconstitutional laws in place on their so-called assault weapons ban. Stand up for these people. Stand up for the people in Maryland with their restrictive laws. California just made it to where you have to carry insurance, liability insurance, if you're a gun owner. Owning a firearm in the United States is a fundamental right. You should not have to have insurance. It's not a privilege like a driver's license driving a car. It is a right. Rights don't have to be insured. So let's do this, people. Let's band together. Let's tell our political class and our bureaucrats who have no oversight, enough is enough. You're not taking anything more from us. You've taken enough. And now we want our freedoms back. Push against it. Get your freedoms back. Don't continuously give them up because this isn't the hill to die on. Every hill of your freedom is the hill to die on. Every single one of them. So, I hope you guys listen to this message, and I hope you take action. And let's stop tyranny as peacefully as we can. And again, for you guys that have these products, contact an attorney as soon as you can to get legal advice on what you should do when the ATF comes knocking.